you handle fame, or is it hard on you? Did you ever have a bad experience meeting with a follower or a fan? Do the number of views get to you? Like, are they really important to you? Have you ever met someone in the YouTube industry who questioned your religion?
What's up, swags?
Hey guys, welcome to this little Q&A in the car. I thought that we could do this in the car just to kind of have a change of scenery. But yeah, I asked you guys on Twitter to submit some questions, and a lot of them were about like YouTube or having YouTube as a job or stuff like that. So I thought having Gabe here would be really interesting to kind of just have an open conversation.
Sorry if I'm low energy right now,
He's
guys.
a little tired.
I'm like, I don't know, I'm very like, I've been doing like chores and things today, so the energy's subpar, and I apologize.
Alright, so we're just gonna get into it. Okay, first question is, how has the lockdown quarantine been really for you and Gabe?
Very isolating.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're all just going through the exact same thing. Like, some weeks are better than others.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
It's really inspiring.
I'd say the first few weeks were way harder. Like the first month was really tough because it was like, oh my gosh, what the heck is
It was just
going
a shock.
on?
Yeah.
It was like, we have to stay inside. Like, it was a big shock, yeah. I think as it got to like into the second month and then to where we are now, because it's been like, what, 2.5 months? Almost 3. I feel like we kind of got used to it and got used to the schedule of what it was inside, being inside, and like I could get motivated again about working on things, because I was just like, dude, why am I so unmotivated? This is so weird. But then like as time went on, I felt like it normalized a bit.
I think we've like gone through a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll be productive and excited about stuff, and then other times we won't. Yeah, I don't know if that really answered it, but I just feel like we're all kind of feeling the same thing. Next question, can you handle fame, or is it hard on you? Love ya. I think fame isn't the right word. That's not the word that we would use anyway. I think fame's just a weird word.
It's a weird word to say if it comes from a prideful place, but like, it is what it is, if that makes sense. People have fame in different ways. Like, my cousin was talking about how he like knows people in his industry that are like the famous people in his industry.
I actually gotta think about my answer. Can I handle it? I think we handle it.
I feel like we can handle it itself. It's just, social media is weird. Not like our career on social media and making videos and that sort of thing. I mean, like, I don't think we were made to have people's opinions be like at the ready, just to like read people's opinions about our life at like all times. It's just very like,
not like a normal thing.
Yeah, and that's really tough to deal with. But I think even like what I'm gonna say now is a form of handling it, but in a way ignoring it. Like, I won't look at comments for the most part. Maybe after I post something or like a video or whatever, I'll look at comments for the first bit of time, because usually those are positive, because there are people who like want to go see it and are there early. But and over time, as it kind of like spreads and trickles out to people who like maybe they're not fans or whatever, and they just have like weird wacky opinions about you,
that usually comes later.
I've just kind of like stepped back. As far as like the way we operate on a day-to-day level, I feel like we've just gotten to a point of just like ignoring the fact that we're popular on social media and pulling ourselves up out of that, and then just like operating as just like normal human beings. The way we treat people and the way we interact, and we don't try and like get special favors from like, I don't know. And
I think like people could totally take that the wrong way. I don't want people to take that as in like we don't care about the followers that are so supportive, and it's not that at all. We don't let it get to us. I mean, I feel like everyone has seen situations where someone has like the followers and the fame can like get in their head, and how bad it can turn out. So it's really important to
protect yourself from that.
Yeah.
All of you who like truly do support us and have been watching us and, you know, love what we do, we really appreciate you guys. We're so grateful for it and never want to take it for granted.
Have you ever met someone in the YouTube industry who questioned your religion? I don't think I have, but I've had experiences with brands who didn't want my religion to be a part of the content, if that makes sense.
I feel like you'll get your religion questioned if you're not confident about it. I feel like we've been able to like, or we like know why, like what we stand for, why we stand for it, and we can properly articulate it when it comes to like a conversation with someone. So yeah. I don't think, even if we're like turning something down, we can like properly explain why and make it make sense to the person from our point of view. So I don't think we've like been negatively judged.
But I think we have been questioned about it, but like out of curiosity, not out of negativity.
There's like certain acting roles or auditions that I've been given that I like turned down or whatever. I have like clear reasons and can articulate why from both like a spiritual point of view, but then also a like logical, practical point of view as well.
Do you feel that you have to behave in a certain way since you're on social media? Since you are a social media influencer or under the public eye at times? Yes.
Dude.
Absolutely. I feel like on social media, I mean, I guess there's two sides of it. Like, one side is I do feel like I have to act a certain way or be a good role model because there are girls younger looking at us for that type of thing, and I always want to be a good role model. So that's one side of it. But then I feel like the other side is like cancel culture.
You have to be responsible with what you've been given, and we know that we like have a platform, and this kind of goes back to the other question of like, we want to stay aware that we have this platform and not completely distance ourselves when we're out in public. Be conscious of the fact that we could be somewhere and someone knows us and is actually watching us
in public,
public, and what we do in those interactions, someone can like see and they'd be like, oh, they wouldn't do that on their videos, or they don't act like that online. Why are they doing that there? So we try and like stay consistent with who we are offline as we are online and be like 100% honest about that. There is that like PC culture, cancel culture, this whole like very weird new thing that's happening on the internet that's kind of like developed over the past few years.
It's like you can just get in trouble for anything.
It's so bizarre, and people notice it when they don't do what we do or aren't in this world. They'll be like, oh, that's so weird that you have to think about
oh yeah, we've had a lot
doing
of
that or not doing that, or like saying something a certain way so it doesn't come off the wrong way, or like it's just like a bizarre, like you want to make sure like everything you say is like properly articulated so no one can take it and twist it a certain way.
Did you ever have a bad experience meeting with a follower or a fan? Do you have a story? Because I have a story. I have a story that happened really recently that you'll remember. So this one is really recent, and I wouldn't call this person a fan, but he was obviously he knew who I was. Okay, so I was trying to get through the grocery store. This was like during when the lockdown was starting, so everyone was freaking out at the grocery store and it was hectic. So I was like trying to get through people.
Grocery store.
And then there was this guy and girl that were right in front of me, and I was trying to like get past them. This actually might not even sound as bad as it is when I explain it. The guy looks at me and goes, oh, she's a really huge fan of your videos, pointing to the girl that he was with. And obviously I get excited because like I love when I meet people and talk about, I don't know, that they watch my videos and stuff. So I was like, oh really? And I like smiled, and then she looked at me and she was like, I have no idea who you are, and walked off. And I was like, oh my gosh. That's like my most recent story, is that he obviously knew that I was a YouTuber and just like decided to, it was such a weird,
that could be like, there could be so many different scenarios of what actually happened. Like she could be a fan and was trying to like play it off cool, and then came across rude.
No idea who I was, because she like, I was trying to get past them and she like didn't even kind of realize that I was there, or she was just like taking her time. Like I was trying to get through.
So he probably knew.
My guess is that he knew.
That's just a weird interaction.
It was just so awkward, and I remember going home to Gabe and just being like, oh, that was so weird. Usually we have great experiences with like genuine supporters. Sometimes we've had like a few mums be a little like
rude,
pushy. Yeah. Dads are so lovely. Like dads are like the sweetest.
It's hilarious. The dads are usually just like chill and
like shake our hand, and they're like most of the mums that we meet are really lovely, but there's just been some that I don't know, like just like shove us into a situation and don't even ask and like take a picture, and it's rare though. Most people are like so lovely.
A lot of influencers get that. For the most part, it's awesome.
Next question, do the number of views get to you? Like, are they really important to you? This one's weird because like they matter because it is our job.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to be doing well at what you're doing, so like if all of a sudden your views start tanking, it's very upsetting. To me, it's not upsetting in the sense of like I want to be more popular and have more people watch me, but it's like my content's obviously not as good if people don't want to watch it. You know what I mean?
I think it's like sort of a reflection of how well you're doing in your job, and it's like right there for everyone to see. For like a business standpoint, the amount of views that you get also determine like what brands want to work with you and what rate that, you know, you can charge, because if your audience aren't watching your videos and so you have kind of like a low engagement rate, a brand's not going to like invest into that.
On that note, I think it sucks when you're doing a branded piece of content and then the video performs really bad. That sucks because like on our shoulders is a brand like trusting that we're gonna make a good piece of content for them.
I don't think it comes from a point of like, oh, this video did bad, great, like dang it, we're not the biggest YouTubers ever. It's like not from that intention. It's just like, are we doing well in our work?
Sometimes the views, like I can disregard the views if it's just like a piece of content that I'm just so proud of.
That is the same with likes as well. Like I don't think really in our heart we're like, oh no, like this photo got less likes or whatever. It's more that actually does impact what brands we're able to work with, or like how often we can work with a brand, and you know, that type of thing.
It's really weird because so much is contingent on like the algorithms of social media, and you can be suppressed or boosted depending on weird stuff, you know? So it's I don't know, it's a bizarre, weird game that you have to play, because it's like it's not
fully in our control.
It's not fully in your control, but you're also getting a performance review every day.
And anyone can go look at it.
Yeah.
Do you have an outlet or things you do for when you and Gabe have a misunderstanding or an argument? So this isn't work related. This is just relationship. I clean sometimes, or I'll watch TV show.
We give ourselves some space
but
to just
are
like
there
think
like
about
certain
it.
things, like you probably would hop on Xbox with your friends, or like, I don't know, would you?
Well,
I've like FaceTime
that's
friends
as of quarantine.
Yeah.
Pray about it a bit and just like, and like maybe I'll watch some YouTube just to get my mind off of it. That's actually good, is like distracting yourself a bit and kind of forgetting it, and then your emotions have cooled down a bit. You're back into a position of like, okay, now I can process this from a less emotionally heightened place.
Favorite thing about being an influencer, and the thing that you dislike the most about it? Favorite thing? I feel like there's so many. We have a community, such an awesome community, and we get to work from home, work together. Like there's so many different positives.
The opportunities you get to just do.
And we've also been able to like share our faith and help people like come back to faith, or like learn about God. Like there's so many,
which is crazy. That one's probably like the main thing. Yeah.
That's like the purpose of everything. Negatives, like what's your least favorite thing about it? Probably people's assumptions. I think that's the thing that I struggle with the most, is that people can take this video and completely judge our character and just like assume certain things about our relationship or how I treat you, just because they like see some edited thing online.
Yeah, even like we'll probably get assumptions in the comments that are there before they have gotten to this part, before I say this, about our feelings about like engagement and likes and views and stuff like that, because we talked about like some of the brand deals and how we want to like do well for the brands and this and that, and they can take it that we're super money hungry,
which was just like not our heart at all.
No, that wasn't. We just want to be responsible with what God has given us with our platform and continue that forward. But then our words in that section could have been twisted as, oh, they really just want money, this and that. And those are like the kinds of things. And to answer the other question of thinking of what we need to think about while doing a video, that's like what's happening, is like, did I say that right so no one can twist it out of context? Or it's the assumptions of things is just wild.
I don't know, I think also people just assume that there's always going to be some kind of drama, and Gabe and I are like most anti-drama like ever, and so
I hate it so much.
I think when people try and like sort of make up drama that's just like not even from our mouths or anything.
Oh, they do all the time.
And we're not talking about like our lovely community, you know.
It's like random people who don't follow us. They'll just like see some stuff and then we'll be like, this person isn't even following us. What are they talking about? But then it's like aiming at our character and stuff, and it just like, it hurts. I don't know. It's like one of those things, like I just wish I didn't see that.
I know.
Like out of sight, out of mind. I wish I didn't see that someone has these feelings about me.
That obviously comes with the job, and we have like we have a dream job.
Yeah.
Negativity is always going to come from being online, and things that we talk about, it's like the more that we share, the more negativity is going to come.
People should be able to say what they want.
Yeah.
People should be able to say what they want. Like, that's fine. And that's like great. I love that the internet has given so many people a voice to express their opinions and thoughts and feelings. It's awesome.
People can still be nice though.
But we need to be aware of, people can still be nice though, but we need to be aware of what's best for us in the sense of how we handle things.
But we like focusing on the positive.
Yeah.
And that, like, all the positive people and the positive comments so hugely
overwhelmingly outweigh
the negative things that we're talking about.
We're trying to be honest about like the questions.
We're like already trying to justify ourselves right now.
We're like, did we say that right? See, those are the parts of like, if someone's filming a video with us, family members or whatever,
they'd be like, what?
those little parts where we like try and justify and or like correct what we said just to make sure it all makes sense. It'll be those moments that sometimes happen in real life. They're just like, I can't believe you have to like keep correcting yourself to make sure. Like that just doesn't happen in real life.
They're usually like, oh, I wouldn't have even thought of that. You know, if we like justify something, they'd be like, oh, I never would have even thought to like have to justify that. Do you plan making YouTube a career for the rest of your life, or do you see yourself in another career profession? Sending you and Gabe love. That's hard. Like, we don't know how long YouTube is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, I see myself always wanting to make content.
Yeah.
In whatever form it is. Creative content, I think, will always have its place, whether it's on YouTube or not. Even if whether it's for fun or if we're trying to, you know, start another business venture or whatever.
But it's still very important for like YouTubers or anyone like an Instagrammer or anything to try and diversify what you do.
Well, look at the everything that happened with the virus and stuff. Like AdSense tanked for most people.
Like,
I mean, not most people, basically everyone's AdSense like probably cut into like a quarter or less. Also, brands have pulled out of like deals.
I don't know, just different things, different revenue sources.
Revenue streams of revenue. Yeah.
Streams of revenue. I think we have a lot of dreams that we would love to do. I would love to renovate houses. I have watched renovating TV shows since I was little, like as much as I watched the Disney Channel type of thing. So that's something that I'd love to do. And
dang, that's serious.
For as long as YouTube will have us, we'll make content.
Really, it's for as long as you guys will have us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I meant. But it like might change in the line when we have kids, and like things might change, what we show might change, that type of thing. I'm gonna leave that there. Oh,
You good?
My voice left the building.
Nice.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was just very chill. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's like another topic that you would like us to do a Q&A on, let us know. Thanks for having me. I mean, thanks
for having me.
Thank you for coming on my channel.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting us. I know like some of that was like negative. I just want to say we are so thankful for all the positivity, and like that outweighs everything. So
we were just being honest about some of the things that happens,
and I'm sure people would honestly like want to hear that more, like more of the like honest side of it. So
we're trying to be real, guys.
Love you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.